Hey there everyone, welcome back to Cat Week here on Gamevine, and today, instead of slapping the bass, we're going to be slapping cats. Let's do it. So Slap Cat is a fast-paced game that is constructed over 2 phases and 3 rounds. First phase is slapping these cards and trying to get the best cat pieces so you can then construct a long cat, short cat, big cat, fat cat, just all these different cats to get you the most points over 3 rounds to win the game. Now this is a IDW game. This is not a review copy. I just want to do a shout out because they have supported the channel in the past, so thank you for that support. Now I'm going to go ahead and show you what comes in this tin and then show you how to play, and then I'm going to tell you what I think. Let's go. So here's what comes in the box of Slap Cat. All cards, but they are nice. Linen finish, nice thickness, great art, just fantastic art. And they come in various colors because they are worth more points, and we'll get into that a little bit later. But you have different color cats. These are all the black color cats. And then you have the tabbies there. And then you got the more luxurious long-haired cats. And then you have some instructional cards for everybody. Now then you have these negative, bad, rotten fish and the mouse cards. And you can make one cat a cat dog. Oh yeah, that's pretty cool. So it comes in the tin. I'm not a big fan of the tin, though it's okay. It does fit because it's a nice square one. So the art's phenomenal. The cards are great. Now let me tell you how this plays, and then we'll talk about it more. Let's go. Alright, so at the beginning of the game, you're going to be divvying out the deck among all the players evenly because there are 2 different phases of the game. There's the first phase, which is the slap phase. This is how you're going to be building up your 8-card hand. And then after that, you're going to be doing the construction phase. This is where you're going to be playing power cards and constructing your cute little kitty cats. So let me show you how the slap phase works. The slap phase, this game happens simultaneously through both phases, so everyone will say 3, 2, 1, and they'll flip over a card from the top card from their deck, and then everyone will evaluate what cat they want, and this is where the slapping comes in. So you'll slap the card first, and if you slap it first, you get it, or if you slap at the same time, whoever has the most of the card covered with their hand, they get it. Now if somebody else slaps a card and there's 1 card left, the person who didn't slap has to take the card even if they don't like it, and sometimes you won't like it because it's some stinky fish. But you'll continue to do that, slapping cards and evaluating what's good or bad, getting these special powers and building up your hand until everyone has 8 cards in their hand, and then you put the deck all the decks together, and then you start to play the construction phase. But there's a lot of frantic slapping action happening during this phase. During the construction phase, you're going to be playing 1 card down in front of you face down, and then flipping them at the very same time, and then executing them if they're powers, or if they're cats, you'll be waiting till the powers execute and then put the cats in front of you and construct them. Let's go over these powers first. This is the pause in. Now if you play this in front of you and it's here, then all the other players have to slap this card, and the last person to slap the card has to discard the card in front of them, and they might not even be able to execute it. So you refill the cards 1 by 1 clockwise, starting with the first player. So you'll do this action here, and then if somebody has to discard their card, then say it's this a 3rd person here, then they discard the card, and then you go to the next person. Now if they have this card, this is a draw. So if you have this in front of you and you get to reveal it, you draw 3 cards from the deck, and then you pick one and put the other 2 on the very bottom. This one here is a donate card. This can be good or bad. You can donate some nasty points to your opponents, or you can donate some torsos or heads to cap off their cats, because you can be playing over their actual points, which might help and might not. Now this one right here is the swap card. Now if you play a swap card in front of you, you get to swap this card with one of the cards from your opponent. So this game is a pretty take that aspect when it comes to slapping and taking. So now let's talk about constructing your cats and how you score them. So you can only have a tail and a head, 1 of each, but you can have multiple torsos if you want, and scoring here is a little weird, but it goes like this. You can only score as strong as your connection. So this but is worth 5 stars, but it doesn't match the connection here, and you always round down to the points. So this connection piece is only worth 3 points, and the head is worth 2. So this would be a 5 point cat, though there are bonus points awarded for any like toys or hats that cat may have. So altogether this is actually a 7 point cat. Now the tail can also have some spunk to it and get bonus points. The little stubby tail is worth points. Tail with a ribbon is worth points, and that's how you actually will be playing the tails and the heads. You will be playing them over cards because you can't discard them. And this is the pug, the cat dog, so this is worth 2 extra points, which is really cool. Though when you add a torso piece, you have to move it in between the torso of your cat and play it like that. You can't play them over, though you can be playing multiple cats in front of you if you like. Now these fish and destroyed toy cards, they go next to your cat and they count for a -1 point, so you got to keep that in mind. You'll continue to do this construction round until everyone has played their last card, and whoever has played their last card, if anyone has cards left in their hand, they can't play them, and then you go to the scoring round like I showed you before, and you'll score with the stars on the bottom, and you can only score as strong as your strongest, weakest link more of. And if you do not have a tail or a head to complete your cat, you score 0 for that cat. Now you will add up the negatives. Again, you can have multiple cats as well. And then you go back to the slapping phase. You do this over 3 rounds, and whoever has the most points over the 3 rounds is the best slap cat. Now let's give this game a grade and tell you what I think. So that is how you play Slap Cat. I have to let you know, no cats were harmed in the making of this video, just cards slapped. So what do I think of this game? It gets a 65. It's okay. Solid rock game, a game that I will play if it comes busted out, but nothing I'm gonna go grab and play. Though I do think this is a fun kind of fast-paced group type game, though then when you're trying to construct these cat pieces, the rules get in the way with the paw in and what you can do with the torsos and how the scoring is. I've had to explain the scoring so many times to people and they still didn't get it. Sometimes I don't get it. It's just, I wish that was a little bit clearer, or there's just so much in this little game that shouldn't be, that would have made it better if there was just a few tweaks in it. But the slapping part is fun, and like I said, my partner is into that. My kiddo likes that. In any kind of group setting, that's going to be the fun part. And making cats is a decent little aspect, and if once you do have the game click, you can actually mitigate some of that bad luck that you might get if you're not fast, because this does suffer from the fastest person is going to win. There is one card, the swap, that kind of mitigates that, but it's only one type of card. I wish there was more to do that. But, you know, it is that type of game. The cat themes, the art is fantastic. The production of the cards is great. That's why I got a 60. If it wasn't for that production, it probably would have been down a little bit, because I'm not a huge fan of the fast-paced games because my brain just doesn't click that fast. But it wasn't too bad. So a decent game. I recommend it for younger kids and any kind of party settings. But for cat fans, you can skip this if you want a cat game. But thank you so much for joining me in today's video. And Vine Nation, it's been a pleasure. Please click a like and subscribe if you haven't already. Click dislike and let me know if you don't like the video down below and how I can improve in the future. But until the next time that I see you, have a great rest of your day and a great time with all you play. Continue to join me here on Cat Week because it's so fun. I love kitty cats. We'll be reviewing another game here very soon for them. Bye guys. I'm out. Miko, it's time to go. Good girl, Miko.